The White House admits Iran's new tactic is a nightmare for the U.S. military. According to Tehran, this very strategy forced a U.S. carrier to flee 1,000 kilometers overnight. According to CCTV, the Iranian Armed Forces Central Command stated on March 5 that the USS Abraham Lincoln, operating in the Gulf of Oman just 340 kilometers off Iran's coast, was struck by IRGC naval drones. Consequently, the Lincoln and its strike group quickly evacuated the combat zone, retreating over 1,000 kilometers away. Notably, this marks the second time Iran claims to have struck the Lincoln. Earlier, on March 3, an IRGC spokesperson announced Iran fired 4 cruise missiles at the carrier, forcing it to flee toward the Indian Ocean. So far, the United States has not responded to these claims. Unlike the previous missile strike, Tehran deployed highly cost-effective drones this time, yet achieved the exact same result, driving the carrier away. As the conflict shifts into a war of attrition, Iran's drone fleet is revealing its devastating combat efficiency, triggering severe alarms in Washington. In fact, U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and Joint Chiefs Chairman Kane admitted in a closed-door White House briefing that Iran's Shahed kamikaze drones are incredibly difficult to counter. Since air defense systems cannot intercept them all, they pose a massive challenge to U.S. forces. On the production line, the Shahed drones boast rapid manufacturing and low costs. The Shahed 136 stands out as the primary strike model, costing nearly $50,000 per unit, and according to Israeli intelligence assessments, by January 2026, Iran will be capable of producing nearly 400 units daily. In terms of firepower, the Shahed 136 features a delta wing design, weighing 200 kilograms. It carries a 30 to 50 kilogram warhead with a range of roughly 1,000 kilometers, easily blanketing numerous U.S. bases around Iran. Tactically, Iran aggressively deploys swarm attacks. Though these drones are small and slow, they fly close to the ground. This terrain-hugging profile turns them into radar ghosts, meaning they are often detected only in the terminal phase. While U.S. terminal intercept rates remain remarkably high, a massive swarm ensures that a few leakers will always break through to successfully deliver their payloads. Strategically, drone warfare gives Iran immense strike flexibility. Their primary initial objective is to bleed the enemy's stockpile of multi-million-dollar interceptors. In recent sustained attacks on Israel, Iran launched high-frequency, dense drone swarms right from the start, synchronizing them with missile strikes. This combined arms approach rapidly and efficiently depleted Israel's air defense reserves. Reports indicate that intercepting a single cheap Iranian drone can cost Israel millions of dollars. This absurd exchange ratio pushes Israel's defense budget to the breaking point. Russian analysts even warn that Israel's interceptor stockpile might only last 2 more weeks. Meanwhile, Iran boasts a massive arsenal, and their evolving tactics indicate Tehran holds even more wildcards. If this attrition rate holds, Israel faces an imminent crisis. The Pentagon shares this exact fear. On March 4, the Washington Post reported that U.S. precision-guided munitions are vanishing rapidly. The Pentagon warned this reality forces a tactical shift within days, requiring strict triage of interception targets. Beyond pure attrition, Iran's drone missile synergy demonstrates lethal penetration capability. On March 3, the IRGC launched a massive strike on an airbase in Bahrain, where 20 drones and 3 missiles successfully hit their targets, annihilating the base's main command center and fuel depot. Ultimately, this conflict highlights a massive strategic failure for the U.S. military in the Middle East. America leveraged its wealth, power, and regional influence to build an iron ring around Iran. Yet, Tehran mastered asymmetric warfare, deploying dirt-cheap drones and missiles to create an unbeatable financial exchange ratio. With limited resources, Iran successfully crippled the heavily funded U.S. military machine in the Gulf. Regardless of how this war ends, the White House must face one brutal reality: America's era of projecting global hegemony through sheer force is permanently declining.